Hi, everyone.
Hello, Carmela. What are you laughing about?
Hi.
Carmela, don't forget, I gotta come see
you.
you.
Asked me if I'm ready.
I've been procrastinating. I gotta come see you.
All right.
Oh, yes, sure.
All right. So what's going on, Carmela? I know you got a big job on your hands, especially this time of the year. It's tax time, so everybody's running around, scurrying around, saying, "Oh, I gotta go sort out my taxes." And she not only handled tax issues, Brad, she can also file your tax return.
That's right. But what people don't realize is that they have rights when either Carmela files their tax returns or somebody else files their tax returns and they owe money. You have rights. Okay? And let's talk about what those rights are. So if you owe a tax debt to the IRS, and this is Carmela, she's a tax attorney here at Spar and Bernstein.
Right.
You owe a tax debt. What are your rights?
Sure. Sometimes you may not be liable for that tax debt. And what is your rights is that you could always file an appeal with the IRS. And if that's not heard, you also petition the tax court. And I actually have an example.
Tell me.
Of what happened. Sure. I had a client that was married at the time, and his wife withdrew from her pension $118,000. And now he was jointly and severally liable for $98,000 in taxes. And he was not a green card holder or a U.S. citizen. He was not even working at the time.
He was out of status.
I was out of status.
All right.
Correct.
Right, but got to pay taxes anyway.
Yeah, got to.
Right. So what happened is that he had since remarried. And then when he was filing his tax return with his wife, his refund and the wife's refund was taken to pay that tax debt.
From a marriage from years ago when he was out of status. That the wife did while he was married to her. Because the ex-wife never paid back that tax.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So what happened is that I filed an innocent spouse relief, stating that my client is not liable for that tax debt, is liable for the ex-wife. It was rejected, and then it was also rejected by IRS appeals. So I petitioned the tax court, and I recently got a settlement offer from the IRS attorney that my client is not liable for the tax debt at all.
So he owed from $109,000 to $0. He must have had some relief when you were told that, right?
Quite sure he did.
So happy. The wife was so happy. They're right now in a much better position. But my point is saying that all those years prior, he was paying for a tax debt that he wasn't even liable for.
So that was his big mistake, is not coming to an attorney to say, you have a tax debt, what can I do about it? Instead, just accepting it and paying it.
Right. So my advice to all your listeners out there, even if you receive an IRS notice, come see a tax attorney because you may not even be liable for that tax debt.
Now, it also it doesn't, the tax debt doesn't necessarily affect you getting a green card, but it certainly is going to affect you becoming a citizen.
Okay.
And quite frankly, if you want to become a citizen, you owe taxes unless you go on some onerous tax payment plan. You're never going to become a citizen unless you come to a Carmela who fights your taxes. What's the most typical way? That's not the most typical way you fight somebody's taxes, is it?
No, not necessarily. It could be like I had a client that recently came to my office where there was some income that was not reported, business income. So what the IRS does is just amend a tax return and then send him a bill for $16,000. But then he has certain rights to report those business expenses. Of course, the IRS is not going to tell you that. They're just going to send you a bill.
Right.
So in my other words,
what did you do in that case?
Sure, I'm in the process of amending his tax return to reduce his tax debt. And so my point is...
I'm sorry, go ahead, yeah.
So my thing is to all your listeners, if you receive that tax notice and you're not too sure if you're liable for that tax debt or if you don't owe it, you should still always consult with a tax attorney.
Right, and you got one right here, and Carmela gives free consultations. It doesn't cost one penny. Nothing. Doesn't cost 1 penny to go speak to Carmela if you have a tax bill. In fact, if you have a tax bill and you don't go speak to Carmela, it's going to cost you the entire tax bill plus interest and penalties.
It's kind of dumb not to go to Carmela.
It's actually stupid.
Yeah.
Because you're going to save money, perhaps. If not, you're in the same boat. Boat's not worse. But the boat could get a lot better very fast.
Let me make it simple.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have absolutely nothing to lose but everything to gain if you call Carmela at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein at 1-800-529-5465. That's it.
Easy.
Just call.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy breezy.
Yeah.
Breezy and squeezy.
That was easy.
Breezy and squeezy. Somebody said this.
That was easy.
That was easy, right. So you call Carmela at 1-800-529-5465. It's the same number to get on our show. It's the same telephone number for the law offices of Spar and
Same
Bernstein.
number for personal injury.
Same number for personal
family
injury.
law, tax law,
everything.
everything.
You only need one number. 1-800-529-5465. So Carmela, in the last 2 minutes, somebody comes to you with a notification that they owe a tax debt. What's the first thing you're going to do for them? Because they owe this money. Is there a way to get the IRS to hey, back off a little bit while we figure this out?
Well, obviously, if they retain me, I will contact the IRS to put a hold immediately on their account, stating that we're going to address this issue. And a hold prevents any collection action, meaning prevents any bank levies or wage garnishment.
So the fact of coming to a Carmela Walrond, a tax attorney here at Spar and Bernstein with a tax debt, not only are you going to find out whether or not she can try to fight that tax debt for you, if she does, it's going to be what most likely will be an immediate hold on the IRS trying to collect the money from you. That means the telephone calls will go away. That means the threats to garnish your salary or levy against your bank accounts or put liens on your property, that will all stop immediately.
Yes.
So give Carmela, give Carmela a call right now. If you have a tax debt, it's tax season.
1-800-529-5465. That's the number.
Correct.
Call her right this second and she's ready for you.
What's the biggest mistake? We got about 30 seconds. What's the biggest mistake people make in this situation?
They immediately start paying the tax debt.
They start paying.
And they start paying it. And like I always say, the IRS is not there to help you, to tell you that you may not be liable for the tax debt, or maybe you need to amend your tax return, or give you other options of filing an offer and compromise application. They're just immediately
take your money.
Payment.
So you owe a tax debt. The dumbest thing you can do is start paying it. The smartest thing you can do is speak to a tax attorney to see how you can attack it. Give Carmela a call right now. It's absolutely free. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. 1-800-529-5465. Prior successful results don't guarantee a similar outcome, Carmela. Thank you very much.